Okay.
So in today's session, we're going to talk about curling hair. So there are a lot of different types of curling equipments in the market. There are wands, there are curling irons, tongs. There are even in tongs there are various sections. Like it's a common thing. Indians call it tongs, but
Yes.
outside of India they call it curling irons.
Yes.
So there are different sizes of curlers. Different sizes of tongs, different shapes. There are those spiral ones, conical ones. They all give different effects. So today I'm going to use a wand, so this is the iconic wand that I'm using today. And there are
Right.
two more attachments to this. This is the smallest one. This is the biggest one. And this is the medium one. So I'm going to be using the medium one for myself because my hair is really long and I want lots of texture. So it's nicer and easier for me. However, there
Right.
are times when I want lots of curls. That's when I use the smallest one. When you just want little bends in your hair, just like mostly straightish, but like very natural.
Does the
Sorry.
smaller wand give you a tighter curl?
Yes, so the smaller one give you the tighter curl. The biggest one will give you more opened up wave.
Right.
Yes, and the medium one depends. So now
I'm Hiral, sorry to cut you, but your video is still hazy.
hazy.
Is your Wi-Fi working or your mobile internet?
Because I'm not on Wi-Fi. I'm on 4G because my Wi-Fi doesn't work here. But
It's still hazy.
are we?
I don't...
Oh God. 1 second. Is it better?
Yeah, it's better. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll try and not move a lot so that you
Yeah.
can see me clearly. So so the size of your section when you're curling and the time you keep the hair on the wand for, that also determines how your curl is going to be. So for example, if I take the smallest one, though the idea is that if I wind it around this and keep it on for a little longer time, it will give me tighter curls. However, if I use the same wand and take bigger section
Your
and
video is again extremely hazy. I cannot
oh
see.
God.
Can you try putting your phone on airplane mode and then maybe turn back your net? There's a little bit of network issues, but don't worry, she's gonna be back. Yes. It is gonna join us back, guys. There's just a little bit of network issues. Please don't go anywhere. Okay. Okay, she's joining us. Yeah.
Better?
Now it's better. Yeah, it's clear.
Oh, thank God. Okay, great. So I changed the position of the phone. I hope this works now, though.
Yeah. This is clear.
Okay, so so I was saying that the smallest wand, so the time that you keep the curl or your hair wound around this wand also determines your curl pattern. So if I take a
Right.
big section and wind it around this and keep it for a little lesser time, for a couple of seconds and remove it, it'll give me beautiful textured waves. So it's up to you for how long you keep the hair in the wand and what are the size of your sections. So today I'm going to show you the easiest that people can do it on themselves at home. So I'm going to use the medium size wand and I'm going to take medium size sections, but my sections I'm going to keep it different. Every section I'm going to keep it different and wind it in different direction. What this does is it gives a lot of softness to the hair, and the curl pattern is more it's the curl pattern is different, so it looks more softer and natural. So
Right.
I'm going to start by taking sections.
Can you also mention the name of your curling wand again?
So it's the Iconic one that I have used. The Iconic wand. There are a lot in the market. There's a babyless one. You can use the GHD one. So this Iconic one, it comes with 4 different attachments. It also has a
Right.
conical one.
Right.
That conical one also gives a beautiful wave pattern. Okay. So I had after my shampoo, I had used a leave-in conditioner already, so that will protect my hair from the heat. I'm also going to spray this product called Constructor from L'Oreal on every section that I curl.
What
This
does that product do?
So this is more like a texture spray. So you can use it after your curls also. You can use it before your curls also to prep your hair. Some people can also use a mousse. However, because I have fine hair and mousse makes my hair feel very,
Nice.
yeah. So because it just, I have fine hair and it keeps getting tangled a lot.
Right.
So I just avoid using a mousse. So this is another option that you can use. This works amazing on my hair.
Is this also, does this also act like a heat protectant?
Heat protecting, yes. This also acts like
Is there
a heat
any
protectant.
other heat protectants that you would suggest?
So there are a lot of heat protectants in the market. There is one Memory Mist by Way that is like a spray form. So if you feel that your hair is finer, it won't weigh your hair down. There are also a lot of by Keristas. There are a lot of Thermi products. So like Nectar Thermi and Keratin Thermi. So these products get activated with heat and they protect your hair from the heat. So yeah. So now I've divided my hair. I've taken a small section here. I'm going to divide it into 2 sections. And we'll start curling it.
Right. You further divided the 2 sections, right?
Yes, just so that, because if I try to take it all on one side, it'll be difficult for me to curl. And also the curl pattern, like this, I can determine the direction of the curl also. So I'm going to further divide this into various sections. Now these subsections, I'm going to keep changing the size of the sections just so that the effect is more uneven. I don't want it to be super even and super,
so that it looks natural.
It looks more natural. So my first one, so your entire hairline, whatever sections are around your hairline, try and keep those away from the face. Let that not be towards your face, and then you start alternating it. So this section, I'm going to wind away from the face, and my curling iron is going to be horizontal only. I'm not going to keep it. This is also an option. This is also a way of curling your hair.
Right.
But for today, I'm going to let it be horizontal. I like to keep the curl on, I like to keep the hair wound on my iron for 5 seconds. It depends. If your hair is thicker, you may need to keep it for a little longer.
Yeah.
And I'm not winding the ends completely. Let it be for a couple of seconds and then open it. Once I open, I just like to loosen it out a little bit.
Oh, wow.
So I'm just holding the ends and just tapping it. And this, you have to do it at this stage, because if it's going to dry like that, if it's going to get, it will stay like that. Then it'll be very difficult for you to. Now this section is slightly thicker than the previous one.
Yeah.
And now this, I'm winding it in another direction. I'm winding it towards the face. Again, leaving it on for 5 seconds. Holding it for 1-2 seconds. It's going to be slightly hot though, but these wands also come with gloves. So you can wear gloves, because we are so used to it. We've been doing it every day. So I think we've lost sensations. I think all hairdressers have lost sensations on our fingertips and our hands.
Yeah.
So literally that much I'm leaving. If you want it even more opened up, sometimes you just want to create some bends that also looks cool. You can leave more of the hair, more of the hair not uncurled. Now I'm going to start. So I had already curled this side a little bit, but I'm just going to refresh it.
Yeah. Okay, so a lot of new people have joined us. Guys, Hiral is showing us how to curl your hair at home. And what she's basically doing right now is curling different sections of her hair in different directions so that it gives a natural looking look and it's very easy and flowy. So that's what she's showing us for all those who joined us.
Who have just joined. Hello, everybody. And the ideal temperature of your curling wand should be 180 degrees, because try and not increase it beyond that, because when you're doing your hair on your own, it can get a little difficult.
Yeah.
There can be some accidents. Oh my, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Can you all see me?
Yep. Your video's clear. Yeah.
Thank God. Okay, so again, leaving the ends out.
Why do you leave the ends out?
Because I like it that way. It's more natural. If you curl it all the way till the ends, sometimes it looks a little unnatural. I like it to look more wispy on the ends. And I'll show you how I'll dress it also.
How long do you keep the curls on the wand? 5 seconds.
5 seconds is what I like to keep it for.
For 5 seconds at 180. The
180 degrees.
180 degrees. Okay.
And the sections are different. Like the size of my sections
are different. Yeah.
Are different. Yeah. So
yeah.
Now.
You got such long, shiny hair.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it requires a lot of effort though. So like I said, so like I said, the section that is closer to your face, your hairline section has to be away from the face.
Yeah.
So when you're yeah, I'm curling it away from my face. I know when I'm winding, I'm keeping it a little slant. And then once I'm done winding, I'm just making it horizontal.
Yeah.
Leaving it on for 5 seconds. And then just tapping it. So I'm going to show the, yeah.
Oh, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah. So try and separate it immediately. It looks more natural.
When it's hot.
Yeah. Yeah. And it looks more natural and more modern that way. I know in olden days, we used to create really tight curls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like spray the section before that and keep it on for really long and then not open it out. But yeah, now I think everybody understands how it is to keep. Yeah.
Look. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, opening it out.
Yeah. Okay.
So
this is a tricky part. Piche ke baal karna.
Yeah. So I'm taking it slightly in the front.
Yeah.
Now this, you will have to practice it so that you don't end up burning your ear, because it is too close to your ears. So you will have to really look at your sections in the mirror and be very careful.
Yeah.
I like to immediately open it up. So this is a big section. I can take it fully. Okay, now my fringe is bothering me. I'm going to just clip my fringe away so I can see.
Okay.
Also, apart from curling your hair, like giving you beautiful curls, curling hair also gives you amazing muscles. Because it's a great exercise. Because you're holding the wand, holding the hair. It's a great arm exercise.
So the bigger the wand, the bigger the curls.
Again, like I said, it depends on how you curl it and how you use it. A lot of people don't have all these wands, all these different sizes of the wands. So what they can do is they can just take smaller sections. So like for example, I'll show now. This is a small section.
Right.
And also, if you notice, when I curl this side away from the face, my wand is like this. I'm holding my wand
Downwards,
facing
yeah.
downwards. This side, it changes. So, if this is a small section and I'm winding it around
Yeah.
and I'm just leaving it. So now I have literally just wound it around because this
Right.
hair, this section was also very fine. So I just left it for a couple of seconds. If I would have to leave this section for 5 seconds, like how I left the other sections, it would become too tight and jump around my face.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you need to change that and the timing according to your section, according to your hair. If you have really thick hair, then you will have to you'll have to give more heat basically to your hair
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
take the shape correctly. So now because
Okay,
the first section,
sorry, someone's asking, can I get these curls with a good straightener also?
so you will get, there are a lot of techniques to get curls with straighteners as well. So maybe what you can do is, because like you see, there are bends. So you
Yeah.
can create these bends with a straightener as well. It is achievable.
Yes.
It's just, it requires
I'll
practice.
practice, yes.
Yeah, this is just easier because you know that there is a wand. There are also curling irons with flaps.
Yes.
So those still get a little tricky. You need practice. This is the easiest. You can just wind it around
Yeah.
and you're done. Like it's a no-brainer. If you know what section and for how long you want to keep it on for.
Also, can you suggest some good curlers in the market? Some budget friendly also, and maybe some really good curlers also.
So you can, the Babyliss one is again very budget friendly. The one I'm
Right.
using is also not very expensive, and you get 4 different attachments with this. So
Okay,
it's
can you also mention which curling iron you're using again?
Iconic. I'm using the Iconic one.
And you get 4 wands with it, right?
Yes, you get 4 wands. So you, for different occasions, if you want different kinds of curls, if you want different type of curl pattern, you can
Right.
use different attachments.
Curling ones, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So that
Also,
and
yeah.
Sorry, you were saying something?
Yeah. Someone's asking Makeup by Mamta that how long to hold the curls.
So if you have, so because see, I also have really long hair, and if you see the amount of times I'm winding it around
Right.
this wand, it's a lot. So by the time I wind the upper section and then reach the ends, the upper section has already become hot. So I like to keep it for 5 seconds. If you have really thick hair, you will have to keep it for a little longer. If you have
Right.
really fine hair, then keep it for lesser time. And one more very important thing, never ever curl your hair when your hair is wet. Even slightly damp, you
Yes.
cannot. Your hair has to be absolutely, completely
Right.
dry because you will burn your hair immediately. There's this sound that will come, which means your hair is burnt, and then you can't do anything
Right.
about it.
Okay, Sanya's asking, hi, I live in Canada and here the curling irons are available according to the different, inches. The sizes
Yeah,
are different.
yeah.
So could you share which size of curling wand are you using?
So I am using the 18 mm one. You can use, there are a lot of different, in fact, in Canada, you will get a lot more options.
Yeah. Okay. And can you give some flat iron, basically straightener recommendations? A good straightener.
So again, there is Iconic has a straightener as well. You can use GHDs are the best, honestly, in the market. You can use those. So yeah, you can try okay, I'm sorry. I'm just going to check my sections. So this is, so I'm done with this much. I'm just going to slightly loosen it out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Looks fab.
Yay.
Okay. Factory Stories by Shruti. She is curling her hair in different directions so that it gives a more natural look. However, if you want to curl your hair in one direction, you can. Can you talk a little bit about that? If people want to curl their hair,
So
how
yeah,
it
if you
works?
want to if you
Or
want
like,
to curl your hair in a particular direction, you totally can. However,
away
try
from
and
your
keep it,
face.
yeah, try and keep it away from the face. That is very important. It's just that then in that case, in the end, when you're opening your hair out, you can maybe use a wide tooth comb and just brush it out so it'll sit like beautifully. Or you
Right.
can even wind it all in one direction and leave it on for a while. Instead of
Right.
keeping your hair vertical, you can keep it horizontal, wind it in one direction, and then again brush it out. So that will give you those vintage waves. That also looks very beautiful.
Right. Also, what do you think, like, does this curling, like these curls, suit any
Yeah.
face type?
Yes, I think you need to choose your curl pattern accordingly.
Yeah.
But yes, it will suit any and every face type. If you have, now for example, me, I feel I'm like a little broader here.
Right.
So more curls that it gives me here, it just balances it out, completely.
Frames your face. Yeah.
Yeah, frames my face. If you feel that you have a very big face, and if you don't want to have a lot of volume around the face, then keep your curls a little towards the ends. Then in that case, use a slightly bigger wand. However,
Yeah.
avoid using a smaller wand, and then don't let the this be straight and the ends be curly. That
Yeah.
doesn't look nice. Let it be really soft. If you're doing that, use a bigger wand, not keep it for a really long time,
Mhm.
and open it out immediately, so that looks nicer and more natural.
Okay, a lot of people love your hair and they want to know the secret behind it. So, can you share some homemade mask or like something that you
So
do for your hair?
yes, I am totally up for like home recipes, though I also absolutely very strongly feel that it's what you eat, because your nails, your hair, it
Yeah,
all grows
absolutely.
from
Yeah,
within. So you need to focus on your diet. Have a lot of like almonds, fish, eggs, egg white. So those
yeah.
kind of things are really good. Today I used fermented rice water on my hair. It was my first
Okay.
time. I was just experimenting. So
Okay.
so when I cooked rice, I kept extra water in it. I let it ferment for 2 days, and today after my shampoo, I just like did a rinse with that. So I
Yeah.
think it's helped me. And basically whatever's extra in my house,
Kitchen.
like
Yeah.
papaya, yeah, because now these days everybody's cooking. Like we just mentioned that a lot of people have become
Yeah.
master chefs.
Yeah.
So all your kitchen waste, I try and use it, not only with hair, with skin, or I make homemade fertilizers for my plants. So there's a lot, like you can reuse stuff.
Yeah. Yes.
It gives you a lot of idea also. So I
Yes.
had used last week. I had used a papaya pack. I used papaya. So basically, even honey is really good for your hair. So you can mix
Yes.
coconut oil,
Banana.
honey. Banana is also really good for your hair.
Yes.
So yeah.
Also, someone asked that, they wash their hair and the very next day it becomes very oily. And even a dry
Okay.
shampoo doesn't work. So, like, what
Okay.
can they do for that?
So, which means that your scalp is really oily.
Yeah.
So, especially your natural oils are actually good for you. So,
Yeah.
don't try and strip it off completely. Uh, Especially like avoid shampooing your hair every single day. At least now these days, try and keep it on. Sorry, 1 second. At least these days where you don't have to go anywhere, let it
Hmm.
be. However, if on daily basis, if you want something, you need to use a clarifying shampoo for your scalp. Again, let's not overdo it, because you don't need your natural oils to completely come off. It's good for the health of your hair.
Yes. And someone said, can you recommend a good shampoo and conditioner for your hair?
A good shampoo and conditioner. See, your shampoo needs to be according to your scalp type. Your conditioner needs to be according to your hair type. So if you have an oily scalp, or if you have a normal scalp, try and use uh, like try and use a shampoo that is not very clarifying, a shampoo for normal scalp.
Yes.
And conditioners has to be according to your hair type. So if you have really fine hair, try and use a water-based conditioner. If you
Yes.
have thick hair, try and use slightly thicker conditioners or masks maybe, that will not weigh your hair down, but give enough nourishment to your hair. So this
Yes.
Nashi conditioner was also really good that I tried last.
Ashi.
Nashi conditioner was really good. Because I have long hair, but I've also colored my hair a lot, and it's very fine, so it gets tangled. Especially when it's wet, it gets tangled a lot. So that is
Yes.
when I need to really take care of my hair.
Can you tell me the name again? I'll just type it.
Nashi Nashi
Nashi, right?
conditioner. Yes.
Nashi conditioner and shampoo.
So shampoo, again, I would not recommend this to everybody. Again, you need to know what is your hair type and your scalp type, because
Yeah.
the shampoo can get a little clarifying. So for whoever asked if your scalp was too oily, you can try
Yes.
this. You can try the
Yes.
Nashi shampoo.
Yes.
So
Okay. Uh, dry shampoo.
again,
A good dry shampoo.
so you can use the Moroccan dry shampoo. That's really good. Here, this one.
Yeah.
The Moroccan dry shampoo works really well on my hair. The Way also has dry shampoo, but they're a little expensive.
Yeah.
They also have a dry shampoo foam, which is amazing. If you want to refresh your hair, like especially for people who have fringe.
Yeah.
So you think that you don't need a shampoo, but like you don't need to wash your hair, but your fringe looks greasy
Yes.
and you need to refresh your fringe, you can use the dry shampoo foam by Way. That really helps. Like I use it. I have a fringe, so I use it when I don't feel like shampooing my entire hair.
Yes.
So again, it's as you
Also,
can.
sorry, continue.
Sorry, I just wanted to add here. As you can see now, as I'm reaching the top, reaching the front, my wand is
Yeah.
going closer to the roots as much as I can, as much as I safely can, because this is the time where it'll give me volume.
Yes,
On
on
the
the crown
underneath,
area.
yeah, on the crown area. On the underneath, yes, because this hair is heavy, it is going to slightly weigh it down. But you need to just create the texture on the underneath, and on top, this is where you need to give more volume. So as you can see, I'm going as close to my roots as I can and leaving it on for a couple of seconds.
Right.
So I'm going and leaving it on for a couple of seconds. Now there is one more thing here. While winding, if you twist the hair, that also gives you a different kind of curl pattern. So for example, I'm going to show it in my next section.
Twist before you put it in the wand.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that also gives, basically we use that technique when we want like vintage curls or vintage waves.
Right.
So after winding, I twist the hair slightly and then wind it. I
Okay.
twist the hair slightly and wind it.
Okay. So every time you put it on the curler, you're twisting your hair.
Twisting it slightly and winding it.
Okay. Okay.
So this, if you do it consecutively on your entire head of hair,
Right.
and then brush it out nicely, it gives those beautiful vintage waves,
Oh, okay. Okay.
So now
Yeah.
this is only one section, but that goes into it. So that is how we do those vintage waves. Like that is one of the ways to achieve.
Yeah.
Now there are different ways. You can use different wands, different winding technique, and you can still achieve similar results. So
Right.
there's no right or wrong here. Again, now as close to the roots as I can
Yep.
get. And again, shaking it up.
A lot of people have frizziness.
Yeah.
So what do you suggest for that?
So if you have really frizzy hair, try and smoothen your hair. So like I said, mentioned initially only when I prepped my hair, I used
Yeah.
little bit of leave-in conditioner and
Yeah.
let it dry naturally.
Hmm.
However, if you have frizzy hair, try and at that stage apply a leave-in conditioner and smoothen your hair out slightly just to get rid of the frizz.
Right.
Though this is also, you're also giving heat here and
Yeah.
changing the curl pattern. But then if you don't remove your frizz or if you don't smoothen your hair out before, you may have to leave your hair on the wand for a
Yeah.
little longer so that the
Yeah.
heat works on the hair and takes
Yeah.
care of the frizz.
Also, after you've washed your hair and before curling your hair, are you supposed to blow dry your hair so that your curls come out more nice?
It totally depends on how your hair texture is. Like I said,
Yeah.
if your hair is really frizzy and dry,
Hmm.
and especially in a Bombay humidity is the worst for these curls. The minute
Yeah.
humidity hits the hair, you will already notice that the curls will start opening.
Yeah.
So in that scenario, if you have really frizzy hair, try and smoothen it already. Try and
Hmm.
shut your cuticles, give that heat. And so when I say smoothen, I know a lot of people are getting confused. When I say smoothen, I mean just blow dry it with a paddle brush. Don't give a lot of heat, not like a
Yeah.
hardcore blow dry, but just
Yeah.
run your hair with a dryer and a brush. That's what I mean when I say
Okay.
smoothen.
So now, can you suggest some hairstyles for like bridesmaid, for like engagement, or like something? What they
So
can
there
do
are
after like?
So there are so many hairstyles that you can do. You can either curl your hair like this, and I understand bridesmaids are always running around; they hardly have time.
Yes.
So I personally love a sleek bun for my
Yeah.
hair, and sometimes like I like to leave the front a little looser and
Right.
nicely, and add a little texture in the front.
Right.
Create a sleek bun, and maybe put a flower or something full, or you can even just create 2 3 braids in
Yeah.
your hair and put it up into a bun very randomly, very loosely. That also looks beautiful. And or you can go for half up half down hairstyles,
Yeah.
where like if you've curled your hair, you want to show off your curls, so you can just maybe twist this area. Twisting
Yeah.
is actually the easiest. It gives texture. It makes your hair look voluminous. So maybe you can twist
Okay.
a couple of areas and then pull it
Sukriti,
out.
Sukriti is asking. She has very curly hair and they're not proper curls. So what can
Okay.
she do to enhance her curls? She already has really curly hair.
Okay. So Sukriti, I mean, see, that is another topic altogether, because those are your natural curls, and when you have natural
Yeah.
curls, you're supposed to scrunch your hair. So you need to avoid. I mean, I don't know if you've already been doing this, but you need to avoid brushing your hair out, and use a good curling cream and scrunch your hair with
Any
that.
curling cream you would suggest?
So you can use Oleo Curl. There's Oleo Curl by Keristas. You can use. There are a lot of curling creams actually. There's a Kevin Murphy curling cream. There's a Way
That,
curling cream.
yeah.
So you
And
can
does she
use.
put that after she washes her hair?
Yes. So every time you shampoo your hair, like same like leave-in conditioner. Every time you shampoo your hair, remove excess water and scrunch your hair with it. And after that, you're not supposed to comb your hair or even run your fingers through it. So
Okay.
now I've reached the top.
Yeah.
Now I am just going, if you can see, as close.
To your
I'm
roots.
literally giving that lift
Right.
here. Now in certain, because my front is layered and a little finer, if you see the ends, when I'm winding the ends, the first couple of winds are closer to each other and the
Yes.
ends are like loosely
Away.
placed. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when your hair is wound closer to each other, it gives
Yes.
a rounder effect. When it's wound
Yeah.
away, it gives a more oval effect. That gives more like a beach
More
wave
loose
look.
waves.
Yeah,
Okay.
looser waves. which
So
is
on your
what,
crown section, you're supposed to bring it extremely close, and
yes.
नीचे वाले section को दूर से मतलब दूर
That is
दूर
fine,
रखना.
yeah, a little, because it's also a little difficult when you're doing it. You'll realize that this is
Yeah.
easier to go closer to the scalp.
Right. Okay.
Sorry,
Oh,
I'm
do
just
you
gonna...
do you someone said, do you believe in oiling your hair?
Yes, I do. Don't don't oil your scalp very regularly, and don't keep it on for like a couple of days. A lot of people do that. That don't do, because then it clogs your pores. Sorry, I'm just gonna, yeah, wind it away. So that avoid. However, a good oil massage, if you warm it, or coconut oil, olive oil, mainly on your scalp, really
Yeah.
helps.
Yeah.
Don't use it a lot on the mids and ends. And when you're shampooing, you have to do something. You have to get rid of the oil with something called as dry shampooing, which is
Yeah.
different from a dry shampoo. Now, here,
Okay.
what you do is as soon as you shower, don't wet your hair first. First, apply your shampoo on dry hair, and then slowly,
Okay.
slowly apply water and create lather. So that is called as a dry shampoo technique.
Okay.
That will help you get rid of the oil in 1 or 2 rounds. You don't have to really like rub your hair. So oiling your hair is not bad, but rubbing your hair is bad. That will disrupt your cuticles. That will destroy your cuticles and make your hair look less shiny. And your
Yes.
cuticles need to be in good conditions for your in good condition for your hair to look shiny.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay, and what do you suggest for colored hair? How can people who have colored hair take care of their hair?
So colored hair, it's, you need to take care of it more than like it
Normal,
requires
yeah.
more. Yeah, it requires more nurturing. Like how my hair is also extremely colored, so I need to use a good color protecting shampoo, conditioner. There's Vitamino Color shampoo and conditioner. The Nashi. Most of these shampoos these days are meant for colored hair also. Then there are treatments, various treatments like Olaplex, or like a deep conditioning treatment or Olaplex treatments. These are all really important. If you have, especially if you have pre-lightened your hair, you
That
have
means
to get
bleach, right?
bleach. Yes, yes. If you have bleached your hair, you have to use, you have to get at least a couple of rounds of Olaplex treatment. So
Yeah.
Olaplex treatment is something which you can, most of the salons have it these days. It's a treatment to strengthen your hair. So I'd like to clarify here, if you are using something to strengthen your hair can feel, your hair will not feel smooth immediately. So if you're getting an Olaplex treatment and expecting your hair to feel soft, that's not going to happen, because it's mainly for your, it's working internally to strengthen
Right.
your hair. So don't not do it thinking it's not working because hair's not feeling soft. You can maybe
Right.
after an Olaplex treatment, you can get a deep conditioning treatment along with it. It's possible you can do that, and that will take care of the softness of your hair. Um, and even before any chemical treatment, you can get an Olaplex treatment so that it
Yeah.
preps your hair and makes your hair stronger to take treatments. You know, it's not only the aftercare; it's also how you prep your hair to be able to handle heavy treatments.
Right. Someone also asked in the comments that they have really fine curly hair.
Okay.
So what products can they use for their hair, and how can they control frizz?
So curly hair and frizz most of the times goes hand in hand because of
Yeah,
the
they
curl
have really
pattern.
fine curly hair.
Yeah, so if even if you have fine curly hair, then use a very light leave-in conditioner like Oleo Curl from Keristas is really light. It won't weigh your hair down. You can
Yeah.
maybe use that. Avoid using a lot of oil-based conditioners and leave-in conditioners because those can weigh your hair down. And if you have fine hair, try and get some layers also for your hair so that it makes it look fuller.
Yes.
Especially around your face. So try and get some layers also. And And especially make sure that you rinse your conditioner well. And use more gel-based conditioners and leave-in conditioners. Gel-based leave-in conditioners and conditioners are more water-based, so they don't weigh your hair down, and it takes care of the frizz as well.
Right.
And you can also add, if you feel that the frizz is bothering too much, you can also add 1 drop of Moroccan oil or argan oil in your conditioner or leave-in conditioner, but not a lot, because if you use a lot, it will weigh your hair down.
Also, what about people who constantly have to, like, blow dry their hair, use a lot of heat? How can they take care of their hair?
So if you have to use a lot of heat, you have to use a lot of heat protecting conditioners. Like we spoke about, a lot of heat protecting conditioners and heat protecting leave-in conditioners.
Yes.
You can use a spray form, you can use a mask form. Prep your hair nicely. If you feel that, sometimes people feel my hair will get weighed down, so I don't want to use a cream based. Please use a spray based leave-in conditioner. Way has a memory mist, a leave-in conditioner called Memory Mist. You can use that. Also, there are a couple of treatments by Keristas called. There's one called Initialist. It's basically like a serum, like how we have anti-aging creams for our face. This is like an anti-aging for the scalp. So if you are somebody who have to style your hair very regularly, then please use these products on your scalp, and it'll really work wonders. So now I'm going to let it cool down for a bit,
Yeah.
and then finish this side.
Yeah. I'll just turn on the comments.
Yeah, sure.
Remedies for hair fall.
So this fermented rice water that I used is also
Yeah.
good for hair fall. There are a lot
Right.
of home remedies for hair fall that you can try. Onion juice is very good for hair fall. I know it sounds really,
Yes.
yeah, it sounds really gross, but please use it. Keep it on for max an hour. You can mix onion juice with castor oil. Castor oil is good. It's known for hair growth. Like I
Make your
remember
hair
when,
also. Yeah.
yeah, so like I remember when we used to have, like when we used to fall, or I have a couple of stitches here, so we were asked to use castor oil so that it grows
Yes.
the hair
Yes.
faster.
What about
So-
people who are dealing with dandruff?
So if you have dandruff, again, these days you can try home remedies. I don't want, like, there are a lot of anti-dandruff products. Like
Yeah.
Mama Earth has an anti-dandruff mask. However, first thing is you need to identify if it is actually dandruff or no, because a lot of times people who have extremely dry scalp, flaky scalp, think it is dandruff. So
Yeah.
what will happen if you feel that your scalp is extremely dry, and if you conclude it as dandruff and start using anti-dandruff products, so dandruff is actually like a problem that happens, like, so in that, all your cells that are degenerating, they don't fall off. They form layers and layers, and then they start stinking. There are bacteria.
Yes.
So that is dandruff. So in that case, they will give you a product or a shampoo to clarify it, to clean it. Now, if you already have a dry scalp and you use a clarifying shampoo, it will end up making even more drier. So first and foremost, you need to identify, and dandruff is not a super common thing.
Yeah.
It's dry scalp is a common thing which people assume is dandruff.
Dandruff.
So
Okay.
first of all, and if you feel that your scalp is dry, then there are a lot of products in the market that are for dry scalp, that
Yeah.
end up nourishing. Or then in that case, you can get a couple of oil massages. Even when you're sitting idle watching TV, try and massage your scalp as much as you can. That will
Also, right
stimulate
now,
your.
because people have so much free time, they can totally
Yeah,
do all of
exactly,
this. A lot
exactly.
of DIYs
Exactly.
for their hair.
So
Okay,
neem,
someone asking DIY for extreme dry hair.
DIY for extremely dry hair. You can use,
Yeah.
so mayonnaise is good for your hair, banana is good for your hair. You can mix coconut oil, olive oil, honey. Honey is good to make your hair feel healthy. Honey is basically, you can use it for anything, I feel. If your hair is feeling frizzy, if your hair is feeling dry, even for skin, you know, for your face also, you can mix honey in any of your face masks.
Yes.
So you can go for honey, or even your normal conditioner, once a week, apply lots of conditioner section by section in your hair and wrap a hot towel.
Yeah. Can you also explain how to put your conditioner? Because a lot of people just take the conditioner and put it on their hair.
Oh no. So
But tell them what they have to do.
So before conditioner, I want to also talk about shampoo. Shampoo you should never shampoo your hair like this. Never rub your hair with the shampoo. Shampoo only on your scalp and take the lather through. It's more than enough to cleanse your hair.
Also, you should mix the shampoo with water, dilute it first, right?
Ideally, yeah. But if you have like a mild shampoo, if you're using, then it's fine, you know, directly apply, but wet your hair completely so that it anyway gets diluted.
Yeah.
So that it anyway gets diluted, and then squeeze out the excess moisture, excess water, and then section by section apply conditioner. Now, most of the, like, first emulsify it in your palm and start applying from the underneath. Don't apply on top. Yes,
right.
Yes, from the underneath. So even if you end up slapping a lot of product, it doesn't make your hair look greasy. It's on the inside. Always, any product you're using, even a leave-in conditioner, start applying from the underneath and then go on top, so that you end up spreading it nicely. And once you do that, then so basically this movement is very important for conditioner. Even if you apply conditioner and leave it on for a little longer, as opposed to doing this for 5 minutes, this is more effective than just applying and leaving it on.
Okay.
Because
so massaging your hair.
Massaging. Yes, because when you're shampooing, your cuticles are open. And when you do this, you're basically penetrating the product inside your hair and shutting your cuticles. And when your cuticles are shut, that reflects shine, making your hair look shiny. So that is something you need to follow. When the conditioner is on, it's the best time to detangle your hair. I like to use a wooden comb to detangle. It gives less static to your hair.
Yeah. Also, like, after you wash your hair, I've heard you should always use like a, you know, not a brush, but like a white
detangling.
tooth comb.
Yeah, you can use a white tooth comb. There are a lot of detanglers also in the market. Wet brush. There's a brand called Wet Brush. There's a brand called Tangle Teaser. Those are also really good to remove your knots. Also, there are like detangling sprays. Nashi has a good detangling spray. If somebody has an issue like mine, when the hair is dry, it's really soft. But when it's wet, it gets really dry and tangled. So that is when I need to use a detangling spray. And it works wonders. Like, spray it from far, leave it on for 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, let it work in your hair, and then detangle. It will just make your life so much easier.
Right. Also, for me, like, if I curl my hair, because they're so soft, it doesn't stick. Like, my curls just don't stay.
Don't stay.
2 minutes I step out and then they'll all come out. So, like, what should I do to keep my curls intact?
So firstly, there are 2 things you need to remember. If you think that your curls don't stay, you need to use a correct prep product, meaning what you use before you start curling your hair, before you start styling your hair, that you need to choose correctly. The second is to use a correct finishing product. So once you're done, then use a hairspray. Hairsprays usually keep the shape intact. Immediately, as soon as you curl your hair, don't walk out immediately in moisture. Don't walk out straight, because give your hair some time to even cool off. Because we are literally, with the heat, you're changing the shape of your hair. So give it little time to cool off. The minute it will cool off, in fact, even when you're blow drying your hair, after blow drying your hair, if you give a cold shot, like just give a cold blast to your hair, your blow dry will last longer. However, having said that, I still want to say that in places with high humidity, it's nicer to wear your hair in a more natural texture, because it's whatever you do, whatever product you choose. it won't stay because humidity is something you can't fight. And the minute humidity enters your hair, it will just end up swelling it. And so basically, if you want to avoid your hair from getting frizzy from humidity, try and keep it as nourished and moistured as you can. When the hair lacks moisture is when it takes moisture from the outside, and when that happens, the hair starts swelling. So that is very important, like to use good oils or serums.
Right. Okay.
So I'm on my last section after this. Most of my front sections, I like to keep it away from my face. If your hair gets too tangled, please detangle every section before you tong it. Don't tong on tangled hair.
Right.
So there, I'm done. The fringe, if you have a fringe, you can either, now I just like to take it through. So this is a little tricky. If you don't take it in time, it can give a weird bend. I just like to give a little bend on the ends. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to slightly give a little heat, give a little bend and leave it. You don't want to give a lot
so
of
that
heat.
It falls with the other.
Yeah, it just falls nicely. Same on the other side. And just leave it. Okay. So now once I'm done, I'm just going to leave it to cool down for a couple of seconds and then we'll open it. It's important to open your curls out so that it looks natural. Don't let the curl look like a ringlet. That's a complete no-no when you're curling your hair. That's why I was opening every section as I was curling, because if it would have dried that way, it would have stayed that way. Yeah, then it's difficult to, handle. So yeah. So that's more or less done. Now I'm just going to, so I can now use a finishing spray or a texture spray. This is like a magic product, Constructor. You can use it before your curl. You can use it after your curl. You can use it on wet hair, dry hair.
What is this product called?
It's called Constructor, TechniArt Constructor by L'Oreal.
Okay.
So this. However, there is also this Way texturizing spray. This is my favorite, current favorite.
But you don't get this here, do you?
You get it at Sephora now.
Okay. Okay.
So you do get this. There is a wave spray. Now, if you want, this gives a dry effect. If you want your hair to look a little like beach wavy or a little, make it look a little sea salty, that's when you use this. But if you want your texture to be more drier, is when you use a texturizing spray. There are a lot of texturizing sprays in the market. And I love, you can maybe just try different products, see what works for you. I really love these products. So now I'm going to open it out. Now I'm just going to remove my earphones. I'm going to duck my hair and shake it up and spray the product. So I may not be able to hear you for a second.
No worries.
Okay,
your
so
hair already has so much volume.
If I don't wave it or curl it, it doesn't give so much volume. It's because of these waves. So as you can see, firstly, when I'm opening it, use your fingers. Try and don't keep your fingers closer to each other. Try and just keep it like a claw, and just open it out. Shake it out. And when you're using any kind of texture spray or a finishing spray, you have to use it a couple of inches away from your scalp. If you use it from here, closer, it will just go in a particular area and that area is going to become stiff. So
Right.
it has to just literally come as a mist.
And you have
One
to
more.
move your hair while doing it.
Yes, you have to shake it because it has to reach everywhere
Yeah.
in every section. So if you see,
Yeah.
those are my curls.
Looks gorgeous. Your hair is so beautiful. My God.
Yay! So sweet, Touchwood. Thank you. I'm only touch. Yeah.
How long did it take you to grow that, to
So I've
achieve that hair?
always had long hair.
Okay, so you
And
never cut your hair.
once in college, I cut it this short, but it doesn't suit me. So my husband's also a hairdresser, and he refuses to cut my hair short. He's like, I like it longer only. So yeah, and but I keep getting trims every 1.5 months. So if you want to
Yeah,
keep your
can
hair
you tell
long,
them how important it is to get
yeah,
your hair
it's
trimmed?
super important to trim your hair every 1.5 months, which is almost 6 to 8 weeks is maximum that your hair can be in a particular shape. After that, it starts going out of shape. So even if your hair is long, I keep trimming it 1.5 inch and it still grows back. So don't think that it's not going to stay, it's
Yeah.
not going to grow back, or because then this way I'm keeping it healthy at all times. So
Right.
so there are no split ends or anything. Also, one more tip I like to give: every time you're using a texture spray or a hairspray, wipe this immediately after you use, because a lot of times the spray gets accumulated here. Because there's a lot. Sometimes it's powder based. It gets accumulated here, and it'll last
Right.
longer that way.
Right.
And there is also a thing called finishing cream. So if you feel that your hair is going to get a little frizzy by using a lot of sprays and stuff, if sprays don't suit you, use a little bit of Sorry, can you see me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So finishing cream, I'm using a very little amount of it. Finishing cream will just help in keeping your curls intact, but at the same time, it won't let it frizz out. So
Right.
yeah, so I hope it was helpful. So this is how my curls are looking.
They look gorgeous. Your hair is
Thank
gorgeous.
you. Thank you.
Okay, Aishu is asking, what's your hair color?
So I have a lot of hair color. Like I have a lot of color in my hair basically. So if you want this kind of color, it's not like, you need to have patience. Don't try and do it in one sitting, because after you color your hair, it will open up. It will give a certain, because the minute I did it, the hair used to not look like this. After a couple of shampoos, after a couple of exposure to the sun, yeah, the color fades. Yes. And then you add more. So I had a global brown in my hair. I like to add a lot of mahogany tones, mocha tones to my hair, because also it has to be according to your skin tone. Now, I'm a warm skin tone person.
Right.
So warmer colors look nicer around my face.
Right.
I had tried a couple of times. I had tried, like once I wanted silver. Silver is like an extreme cool color. It didn't look nice on me at all. I looked pale. I looked like I was sick. So I had to immediately change it off. So you need to know your skin
Also,
tone as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, a lot of times when people color their hair, like when I did, my hair started falling out a lot. Although I did not use what is that, bleach?
Pre-lightener, huh?
Yeah.
So see, with color, it's very difficult to conclude that coloring can make your hair fall. At the max, if you continuously are coloring your hair constantly, if your scalp is okay. If your scalp is constantly going through a lot of chemical change, that is when it can sort of start affecting or harming. But at the max, what will happen is, if your hair can break with color, your hair can start becoming very dry. It can lose elasticity because it's not the color, it's the developer that you use is basically making your hair weaker every time you're using it, because it's opening your cuticles on a permanent basis.
Right.
So that over a period of time, if you're constantly coloring, same hair, that will start making your hair brittle. But still, it depends from person to person. Some people have extremely healthy and strong hair.
Yes.
They've
Yes.
pre-lightened their hair so many times. Lucky those people. I
Nothing
mean,
happened. Yeah.
yeah, I hate them, but it's okay. But yeah, they have really strong hair, and they can take any kind of color change regularly. But it depends from person to person. However, hair fall from roots. It may be because of another reason. It can't be because of the hair color. Hair can get damaged, breaking,
No, only the
brittleness.
hair, only the part that was colored, say this.
That
You said
started
right.
snapping. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. So that hair breakage can happen because of hair color.
Yeah.
The higher peroxide you use, like lighter you want to go with your hair, higher
Right.
peroxide we need for that, and that can really damage your hair. So if you, but again, that depends on person to person. If you feel that your hair gets damaged with that, so go for a little deeper colors. Don't go for really lighter tones,
Right.
and get Olaplex treatment.
Olaplex treatment. Okay.
Yes,
I'll keep
yes.
that in mind. Thanks. Shivani is asking which hair colors do you think will be in fashion this year?
So this is one thing I don't really believe in, like what is in fashion and what is not. I genuinely feel that it depends on your from person to person, and every hair color, hairstyle, hair cut is a unique. It should be
To
unique
each
according
their
to
own.
you. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Because every color, like I said, silver. I wanted to try silver, but it just did not suit me. So,
Yes.
so yeah, I don't believe in this. Yes, there are sometimes they do like to conclude that this color is the color of the year, but I genuinely feel that keep your colors, haircuts, and styling according to what looks nice on you, and not what the trend is. So yeah, that's very important, I feel.
All right.
But
Great. Thank you so much for today. It was fab.
thank you.
Thank you so much for doing this with us. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sure we all enjoyed it so much. Your hair is lovely. You've showed us
Thank
such
you.
good tricks to achieve those curls. So thank you so much for joining in today.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a fantastic session. I really enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed all the questions. And I know we've not answered all of them, but we've answered as many as we can. So, yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Stay
Bye.
safe. Bye.
You too.
All right, guys, that was for today's live session. We are having live sessions every day. And in case you want to know which is the next live session that is happening, we have posted a schedule on our page. So you can go check out Shadi Saga's Instagram page. And there's a full schedule that we've put out about all the lives happening every day. So stay tuned and see you guys soon. Stay safe.